Greetings once again to all my fellow watch enthusiasts on YouTube and Facebook and wherever else this video is being seen and shared. It's Lean Driver once again, coming to you with a very, very special unboxing. Well, in this case, unrolling for me. I'm very excited about this watch. I'm very happy about it. And as you saw from the title, it's a very special Zelos watch. Yes, another Zelos. This will be number 22 as of shooting, a snapshot in time. This will be my 22nd current Zelos, although I've owned many more Zelos and sold some. I've bought and sold. I've lost count, but right now I have 22, and I'm very happy about that, as you can tell. But this watch is a very special Zelos. It's going to be for me another one of one. As you know, when people manufacture things, whether it's dishwashers or watches or cars or toasters, you generally build what are called prototypes. They're examples of what a product should look like and how it should function. And in most cases, as the prototypes get closer and closer to production watches, they become functional. Most of those prototypes are never supposed to see the light of day. They are usually destroyed. In the case of cars, they're always destroyed because you can't legally register them. I don't know what happens in a lot of cases with watches, but in the case of Zelos, sometimes these prototypes get out into the wild. And this was one of them that got out into the wild by Elshin himself. He actually sold this watch in a clearance sale. This watch was sold with no box, no extra straps, as you can see, no metal warranty card, just the roll and the watch with a strap. There's no warranty on this watch. There's nothing of the kind. Now, this watch was sold on a flash clearance sale that occurred many, many months ago from when I'm shooting this, while I was asleep. And if I had been awake, I would have bought this watch in a second. But I was asleep, and I didn't learn about it until I woke up the next day, and it was already gone. I forgot the name of the person who bought the watch originally. I wouldn't give it out anyway. He kept the watch for a little while, and then he sold it to the gentleman that I bought it from. So this watch has moved around a little bit, but guess what? It ain't moving no more. It's mine now. I've chased this watch for a good while, and now the prototype ZX is mine. I think there were two prototypes. This is the one I would have bought myself. This is the titanium automatic with the day-date complication. They didn't have the day-date complication on the production watch. Elshin decided that the dial was crowded enough that he wasn't going to go with the day-date. And the case is a little different. I'm going to show you another ZX that I have, which is similar to this. This would have been a prototype of what eventually would have become the ZX2, which was a blue face, white subdial, or loomed subdial, titanium. But I don't have a ZX2. I have a ZX5, and I have it over there. I'll show you in a minute. But you'll see that there are differences between the prototype and the production watch. But I chased this watch for a while, and the guy who sold it to me gave me a good deal on it. He gave me a good price, and I appreciate that. And shout out to him. He knows who he is. I don't want to give his name out because I don't have permission to do that. But I did chase this watch for quite a while, and I'm very, very happy, as you can tell, to get it. And this watch is pretty much the way the production watch ended up, with the exception of a few things. Again, the signed crown, of course. And the sides are pretty similar. I wish I had a titanium version of this that I could show you. I only had the bronze version of this, so the case might be a little different from bronze to titanium, but not so much. It does still have the Valjoux 7750 movement that was in the production watch, although this movement is undecorated compared to the production. You know, the pushers and the crown are the same as production. The case back is the same. You know, it's very, very close to the production watch. Chronograph works. This watch is keeping excellent time. I mean, this is, for all intent and purposes, a production watch. Or I don't think Elsham would have sold it in the first place if it wasn't already fairly close to production. The subdials are, of course, you have a 30-minute chronograph counter. You have the hour chronograph counter down here at the 6, and then you have the constant seconds at the 9 o'clock. And then you have the day-date complication at the 3 o'clock, which the production watches didn't have. And that was, obviously, having the ability to get another one-of-one Zelos is always going to appeal to me. I love collecting rare and unusual Zelos watches. And you can see the minute hand on the 30-minute indicator moved, so we're doing good there. I'm going to let it run for a little while. Screw down crown, of course. And, of course, the typical first click sets the day and date, where on the production watch it was a ghost function, and 2 clicks out sets the time. So I'm going to bring in my ZX5 bronze, which I reviewed in another video. And you can see there are some differences between production and prototype. Obviously, you can see the dial is a little bit bigger here, and the bezel is a little bit thinner. Now, I don't know if that's difference between titanium and bronze or not, but you can see that, and the blue is different. The blue is a bit darker on the prototype versus the production. The big difference that I've been seeing is on the back, where the condition of the movement. You can see that the rotor is a custom rotor on the production watch, whereas it's just a standard Valjoux rotor, solid rotor on the prototype, and the movement is more decorated on the prototype. I mean, on the production watch versus the prototype. So, a little more decoration, a little more effort went into making the movement pretty on the production watch versus the prototype is very plain, very simple, simply adorned movement, but they are the same chronograph movement in both watches. And we've let that run long enough, and we can stop it and reset it. And it's a flyback, as you can see. Same with the production watch. Obviously, that works well, and it's the same flyback movement. There, I'm going to give you a wrist shot now. I'm still up in the air on the Zelos strap. It's kind of a brown strap. I mean, I do have black ones available in my stash if I want to change it up, but for right now, I think I'll probably leave it alone. And like all my other ZXs, it fits beautifully. Short lug overhang, so it'll fit a variety of wrists. It's a rather thick watch, of course, but It fits beautifully on my 7¼ inch wrist, and I've been wearing the hell out of it because I really, really like it, and I'm really, really happy that I was able to chase this one down. I was really upset. I mean, yeah, you got to sleep, obviously, and I don't blame Elshin. I mean, he lives in Singapore. That's 12 hours ahead of where I live. So, right now it's 8 o'clock in the morning where I am. It's 8 o'clock in the evening the same day. He's 12 hours ahead of me. So, he puts up a flash sale, nine in the morning his, or 11 in the morning his time. It's 11 at night the night before my time, and I'm gonna probably be asleep. So I can't blame Elshin for that. But I mean, I gave him some grief about it. How could you do this to me and all that nonsense? But it took a little while. It took some patience. It took talking to the folks that owned it, and making putting my name in front of them as often as I thought I could get away with without being a stalker or a nag. And eventually, the second owner of the watch, he remembered that I was talking to him when he decided to let the watch go, and he contacted me, and I said, okay, give me a little time to sell a couple of watches to raise up the funds, and he gave me the time, and well, now it's mine. It's mine, baby. Got my sheet of facts here. As I said, this is the Zelos ZX prototype. Probably the prototype for the ZX2, if I'm specific enough, but definitely the prototype for the ZX line. It is the automatic version. It does use the Valjoux 7750 automatic wind chronograph movement. 43 millimeter case, 49 millimeter tip to tip, 16 millimeter thick, 22 millimeter lug. Just all that is just the same as any of the production ZX watches. Sapphire crystals front and back, just like the ZX watches. Slight dome to the front side crystal, very slight. 100-meter water resistance, just like the production watches. And like I said, this is very similar to what the ZX2 eventually looked like, except, of course, with the date complication that never made it into production. I am actually chasing a ZX2. I hope to find one eventually and put it into my collection. I have a goal of acquiring all the ZX line watches. I'm close, but I'm down to the last three that I'm chasing, and the ZX2 is one of them. They seem to be rather hard to find. Very nice. I mean, this watch looked like it could have gone into production by itself. I mean, obviously you'd put the engraving in on the back, just like the engraving on the back of the screw down case back. You'd have to put that in and change the rotor. I mean, if you change the rotor, you're pretty much there anyway. But I think this watch is just as close to production as was available. I think there is another ZX prototype floating around out there, but I'm not sure. If you own one of the other ZX prototype, and you're watching this, congratulations. And if you ever want to sell it, get a hold of me, because I might make you an offer. Because I'm sick. Oh, am I sick? I think I like Zelos too much. Is that possible, guys? Let me know in the comments. Is it possible to like a watch brand too much? Nah, I don't think so. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up, and I'm going to put this watch on. I'm going to wear it for the rest of the day because I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, and I did ask Elshin to sell me a Zelos box just so I could have the box as well, and he did sell me one. It is on its way as I'm making this video. So very nice of Elshin to do that. He didn't have to, but he's very kind to his customers, which is one of the reasons I love Zelos so much, is because Elshin is great with the customer service. And I know there's a lot of you out there that are watching can attest to that as well. So I'm going to wrap the video up, and then I'm going to put this watch on. I'm going to wear it. Thank you for stopping by. If you liked the video, I hope you did. I hope you're as enthused as I am about it. Please give me a thumbs up without the band-aid. Doing the like button does make my channel more searchable according to the YouTube algorithms, and it does help out quite a bit. Comments, questions, suggestions down below in the comments area. I read them all. I respond to them all. However, if you're going to be a troll or a jerk or nasty, or you're going to spam me with idiotic links, I'm going to delete the comment before it ever sees the light of day, and I'm going to block you. If you're new to the channel, of course, welcome. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you stopped by. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you will click the subscribe button down below there to the right. If you do, don't forget to click the bell icon so when I post new videos, you will be alerted. I'm going to wrap the video there. Thank you for showing up. Look forward to seeing you guys in my next video.